Big fan, Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Yo, listen, man. I just want to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sugarcoat nothing. I think about, what I mean, this whole process in the 2 years, and you know, how long it takes to really build a championship team to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really talking about? So, I mean, um, we're gonna look at the roster that went to the finals twice back to back. We're gonna see how long they took to build that roster. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look at it, not for nostalgia and what was your favorite team, your favorite play. No, we're gonna actually study the game. We're gonna study and learn it so that way we could, you know what I'm saying, go forward amicably. You know. Brooklyn Nets have made the playoffs 24 times in their history, with their last appearance in the playoffs in 2023. They have reached the NBA Finals twice, but they have never won an NBA championship. The Nets last won a playoff game on June 15, 2021 against the Milwaukee Bucks, and they lost their most recent playoff series to the 76ers in 2023. How long we supposed to hold that? Brockwork. Shout to Brockwork. Shout to Big Ox in the chat. Yo, Big Ox. Yo, what's good, man? Bruh. Oh, let me say Big Ox thing. Bruh. Nah, we ain't winning it this year, Big Ox, but I'm going to study the championship, the Eastern Conference Championship roster. I'm going to study it and see how long it took for them to build that roster. What pieces was essential? What did the coach do? How many minutes did he give to the starters? How many minutes did he give to the bench? How many players did he play off of the bench? How big was the rotation? You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get into all of that. You know what I mean? Word up, man. Shout to Big Ox Media, man. Word. Nets fans, the best fans, though. Nets fans, the best fans, though. Yeah, man. We gotta get there, bro. I'm trying to figure. Yeah. I gotta do that. I gotta study. Everybody want to talk. The Nets don't get a lot of coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like even your platform with Players Choice, yeah, I don't give a lot of coverage. I ain't even hear y'all talk much about Cam Thomas. Like that's a big buzz with the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? But for the abroad the in the NBA, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Word. So, I just want to, keep putting light on what we got going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's important. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up important. But yeah, so y'all can see the kind of success that we had in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But more, hold on. Brockwork said right now we building a culture, the actual blueprint in Jordy and how Jordy wants to play. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Jordy Fernandez, they do got a favoritism to these Euro players. I don't know how much I like that. I don't know how much I like that. You know what I mean? I'm from a show me state. Like, show me that this is a winning formula, you know? Because I think Cam Thomas should be part of the roster, and they getting these international players like they're supposed to be more important than them. I just don't think it's true, you know? First, they we lost to the this is the roster. Yeah, I see, but we're gonna look at the numbers though, so y'all can see what the players actually did. You know, in the regular season, in the regular season, y'all can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. First off, everybody got minutes, but 13 players got significant minutes. And no, not significant. I would say 10 to 11 players got significant minutes. You play 12 minutes in an NBA game, that's significant. That's an NBA quarter. That's significant minutes. We ran a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold on, let me get it right. Let me get it right. 13. No. We were 11. We were in a strong 11-man rotation in the regular season. In the playoffs, what we do? We ran a strong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can say 10. He pretty much kept a 10-man rotation in the playoffs and an 11-man rotation in the NBA. I mean, in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Quest One. What up, Quest One? Um, Word. Shout out to K. He said the Nets should give Thomas enough respect. Facts. Shout out to Quest One. Shout out to Jelly. Yo. Shout out to Brockwork. You know what I'm saying? Nets fans is the best fans. Again, I'm just showing y'all the roster and what it looked like when we went to the finals last time. You know, last time this is what it looked like. This is what we did. It wasn't all about a star. It was about 11 men on a roster. It wasn't about one player. The best player was Jason Kidd. That's fair to say. He averaged 20 points and 8 assists. Can Yegor, Nolan, or Ben Sarav average 20 points and 8 assists? Excuse me, this is the playoffs. In the regular season, he averaged 18 and 8.9 assists. That season, he averaged 18.7 points and 8.9 was an all-star, bruh. NBA second team defense and offense. NBA second team and defense second team. All defensive. Do we get that kind of production out of Yegor? That's what we want, right? Yegor, Ben Sarav, and Nolan Traore to be at least equivalent of that. I'm just saying. This is the actual roster that did it. You know what I mean? So now y'all can see what it looked like. Y'all can see what happened. You can see why I'm saying that we need to run a 10-man, 11-man rotation. This is what I was talking about. This is what they was doing. This is why I'm saying this is the winning formula. Now, I pull all this up to say is what player on this team can score the ball like Cam Thomas? I know everything not scoring, but let's continue. Jason Kidd shot the ball 15 times a game. He was the point guard. Could we get that out of Yegor, Nolan, or Ben Sarav? Nolan Traore or Ben Sarav? You know, I'm just asking. Richard Jefferson, he shot the ball 11 times. So there was 4 players that had double-digit shot attempts. Do the Brooklyn Nets have 4 players that we want to give double-digit shot attempts? Realistic. 4 players. We talking basketball. There's 4 players. Then there's Lucius Harris, who's right under 10 with 9.4. So significantly, there's 5 players that's trying to score the ball in the regular season, the whole season. What 5 players? You cannot say that any of these 5 players should be above Cam Thomas in that mix. So as far as I know, as for Nets fans, for fans that pay attention to Big Fan Breezy content, remember that it's 5 players that pretty much look to score the ball on the Eastern Conference championship roster of the Nets. So I'm saying, because contingent on this, I'm saying because of this, that we need 5 players that's going to attack the basket. Not 5 playmakers, not 5 3-and-D players. No, 5 players that's going to get us 9 shots, 10 shots, 14 shots, 11 shots, 15 shots. You know you could put Cam Thomas in any range of those field goal attempts. So who's next? Who's supposed to be taking as many shots as 14 shots, 15 shots on this roster? That's what we need to be looking at. That's what we need to be talking about. Facts. So this is part of the winning formula, in my opinion. Now, obviously, this isn't the end all be all, right? Especially when you go up to the defense, right? Now we was 11th in the league with Jason Kidd and all of that. I was saying, I bet you we was top 11. We was better than good, but we wasn't great. But we was 11th out of 29. That's the better part of the league, right? Defensive rating. This is where we got our money though. Defensive rating first out of 29. So it wasn't even an offense. Yeah, the offense was part of it, but it wasn't why we got as far as we did. You got to be honest. In this scenario, was saying that why the Nets was successful, and you looking at the offense and the defense of it, it's the defense before the offense. Did we go out in this draft and get defensive players? Yeah, it's tough to say that Cam Thomas should be on the championship roster if we prioritize first defense, but you need somebody to score the ball. He ain't the end all be all on defense either. Don't make it seem like you're going to win and lose the game because of Cam Thomas' defense. That is not true. I have not really seen it. But the point still remains. We was holding teams to 90 points per game. We wasn't that good of a scoring team. 14th, that's like mid. That's right shy of the middle of the league. It's middle of the league, right? Shy of it. Defense is where we won. Did we go out and get defensive players? I stand corrected. The defense is more important in this championship roster than, you know what I'm saying, than the offense. I think, not to say that I was corrected, but more of we kept the focus on the offensive side of it. And I was talking about Kidd and how they played defense and then got the rebound and then pushed the pace. But that was the conversation, pace. And pace, they was 11th. Scoring at all points a game, they was 14th. But that, so what I'm saying, that was the micro opposed to the macro. The micro is the offense, the defense is the macro. Now I want to revisit the roster. How did that happen? Why were they so good defensively? What was it? Because of Richard Jefferson defense on the perimeter? And then once you get past Richard Jefferson, you got to deal with Kenyon Martin. Was it Richard Jefferson and Kerry Kittles and Jason Kidd perimeter defense? Was that Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, and Richard Jefferson's defense on the perimeter, and with Kenyon Martin in the back waiting, he playing help weak side and all of that? Yeah, this make a lot of sense. Their perimeter defense was that tough. Trust me, yeah. The defense was more important than the offense. But yeah, this is pretty much what I would imagine will be consistent with next season too. You know, when they the other, I mean not next season, but the season prior, you know, more of the same. First in defense, couldn't stop Shaq though. First in defense, 13th in offense. Offense pretty much the same. Defense 2 times in a row in the Eastern Conference, being number 1 on defense, got us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nets fans need to change the culture and stop stressing Cam Thomas about what he is and isn't, because they didn't even go out and get necessarily 3 players that's supposed to be POA defenders. We didn't even we skipped on the senator like Malawak that could have been next to Claxton, where you could put Malawak in the paint and make Claxton a weak side help for the most part. Why if this is the winning formula for how we got there in the first place on the defensive side of the ball, why are we going away from that right now? That's my question, man. You know what I'm saying? That's basically my question. You know, like I said, man. But that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I ain't fitting the whole job forever. You know what I mean? I want to study the game. I want to study the roster. And what I just realized is 2 things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and another thing. One more thing before I go. And before I go, I gotta show y'all this. I'm asking 7 p.m. Carmelo Anthony and his co-host. Ask them, fuck, what are they like? I said Flatbush Frenzy, DJ BTE, Jay from BK, help me get Carmelo Anthony to interview Cam Thomas on 7 p.m. Brooklyn. Guys, this would be a good interview. Both players went to Oak Hill Academy. What up? I ain't getting no response from Cam. Hold on, let me see if they have it. Let me look at my notifications. Nah. Oh, word. This is Christmas games. They got the Knicks and the Cavs, the Spurs and Thunder. Okay. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep overlooking the Brooklyn Nets, man. Sad. I'm telling you right now, bro. If Carmelo Anthony interviewed Cam Thomas, it's going to be fireworks, man. If Carmelo Anthony interviewed Cam Thomas and they start talking about the mid-range, you know, talking about being mid-range masters, that episode with DeMar Rosen, y'all should have had Cam Thomas up on there, know what I mean? That's a fact. Y'all should have had Cam Thomas on there. You know? We're gonna leave this right here. Let's get that interview. Shout out to DJ for reposting it. Let's get that interview. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. But shout out to Player One. Yeah. Shout out to King Ribby. He said defense win championships. Yeah. I just think that's what we need to be geared towards. It's not trying to upgrade on offense. You know what I'm saying? We got to try to upgrade on defense. What up, Lucky T? You know what I'm saying? We got to upgrade the best ability is availability. That's a fact. He said Jason Kidd was able to stay healthy as well as Richard Jefferson and Kerry Kittles. That's true. That's true. Kid said, let Cam play his basketball. The Nets have never really given the ball to Cam. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, bro, for him to get the number one option on the Brooklyn Nets is the obvious. It's the elephant in the room. I really don't think that you know, far as running the offense, just passing the ball, always looking for a playmaking situation, and you don't have, and that's just one part of the offense. The second part of the offense is having a play on your team that you could just give them the ball, and you know what I'm saying, and they can shot create. That's how you keep the defense on their heels. You know what I mean? You're not one dimensional. You got some of your offense where you play making and you doing a European style and whatnot. Then you got some of it where you can call an ISO because you got a talented player good enough to score on a one-on-one. Then you know what I'm saying? You just got a lot of different ways you could go about scoring the ball. You know what I mean? You could play at the pace that you want. One of the worst things that I don't like to see, especially from the Brooklyn Nets, because it's the team that I'm a fan for, is for us to try to hit a three because the other team hit a three. Just because the other team took a three and even hit the three, don't mean we're supposed to come down court and take a three. We should not let the defense pretty much steer, you know what I mean, or dictate what we do on offense based off of 1 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see if they come down and hit 5 in a row and we hit 5 2-pointers in a row, then it's like, all right, that's a 5-point jump. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, they shouldn't be hitting 5 3-pointers in a row in the first place. I'm just, i.e., you know, saying for the fact that, yeah, it's a separation after maybe 5 points. But 2 points, no. I scored 4 points, you scored 6 points. I'm still in range to win. What is it? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter? I'm not in a rush to take no 3-pointer. Don't let defenses rush the offense. That's what I'm asking for from the Brooklyn Nets. Do not be scared to take more 2-pointers. Do not be scared to take more 2-pointers. Oh, let me see something. Let me see something. I want to show y'all this. Carmelo Anthony, let's get that interview, you heard? Or you only show love to Knick players. You had J.R. Smith over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got this allegiance to the Knicks, like the Nets don't get no love. You know what I'm saying? You ain't interview no net players. Like, did you ever interview a net player? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Carmelo? You can't, I know you could. You got the pull. If you reach out, they gonna holler. But you only showing Knicks fan base love. Like it's all about the, you know what I mean? You sound like you might be biased analyst. You might be a biased analyst. You just might be a Knick, you know what I'm saying? Favorite the Knicks, and you just see it from through their lens because of all the history that you got with them. And what, you know, look how much of your playoff career you missed out on because they didn't build a team around you. You know, you're so thankful and all smiles when it comes to them, and they messed up your whole career when you came to the Knicks. You could have had a better career going somewhere else. You had a better career in Denver in the playoffs than you did with the Knicks in the playoffs. But yet you can't interview no Nets players. We got to do all of this. We got to tweet. You can't reach out to Cam Thomas. Y'all both went to Oak Hill Academy. What's up? What's up, Carmelo? Cam Thomas can't get that interview. Y'all can't have a sit down, a powwow, you know? Oh, with the fish fry? Invite him to a fish fry. Y'all both went to Oak Hill. He can't get no love because he ain't on the Knicks. If he was on the Knicks and he was going through this, you would have had him on the podcast. But because he on the Brooklyn Nets, he can't get no love. Come on. What up with that, Melo? Come on, man. What up, though, Lee?
What's good, bro? Hey, listen. This charade is going on long enough, man. I'm on the road right now. I just wanted to pop in and give my little 2 cents on it, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, with the shit that's going on right now, I think Cam Thomas got a lot on his mind. I mean, obviously the front office, whatever the hell they doing, man. I'm just blapping on. I don't think, to me, for Carmelo to have any type of 2 cents in it or whatever, bro, like this, it's irrelevant at this point. The fact of the matter is, a young man ain't getting his money, bro. That's the main problem. A young man ain't getting his money, ain't getting his fair shake, and like I said, man, y'all either sign him in or let him go. Do something,
Look,
bro.
yeah, I'm not tripping on that. I just wanted to say that hopefully the AI clip it up and we could get it to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. All right, so pretty much I wanted to show y'all what it was when we went to the finals with that roster with the Nets. I wanted to show you how much of a 3-point team we were and how much of a 2-point team we were. For what it's worth, because we were only 14th in offense. And again, to segue it to Leaf, because we addressed this part already, it was more the defense than the offense. And it looked like it was more Kerry Kittles, Jason Kidd, and Richard Jefferson playing the perimeter, knowing that Kenyon Martin, you know what I'm saying, is right there helping them on defense, weak side defense. And I'm saying that to say, as much as we may give credit to Jason Kidd on the offensive side of the ball, I think he deserves that much or more credit because the Nets were first in the league in defense going in the Eastern Conference both years when they went to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more important. I think the defense was more important for the Nets going to the finals than the offense contention on what I see that is. So I think we should. I said all I have to say. We need to be drafting defensive players opposed to trying to only draft offensive players. Word. JDJ said we were a defensive fast break team. Jason Kidd had us solo the lead on the break. That's a fact. I can see where they going with this. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. And yeah, no, I'm interested. I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to see what's up. I think 52 and 30 says a lot. You know what I mean? Finished first in the NBA Atlantic Division. You know, then first in that division. Beat the Celtics in the conference finals. Charlotte Hornet beat them, made easy work of them. 4-1, 3-2. The first one, five games. That's one of his 5 games in 2002. The Lakers, they just Shaq, man. He was tough. I just think of that poster every time, man. Shit is a hard watch, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. At the end of the day, bro. Nah, bro, we spoke on his passing play in one. We spoke on his passing. His offense, but I'm saying that to say, with all of that being said, it still was the defense that was the highlight. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I think it's the passing on the fast break. How much scoring they were scoring on the fast break. You know, they show the pace in its ninth. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's because see the points is 13th and the pace is ninth. The pace is ninth because of the fast breaks. The points is 13th because they really wasn't scoring in a half court set like that. More of their points was coming from, you know what I mean, the transition baskets. You know what I'm saying? That's where they was winning, and I think that's why the pace is ninth, and you know the points is 13th because they were better and we were a better transition team than we were a half court team. Yeah, so you know that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's I really feel like if we stay consistent with the rosters too, and then look, I want another thing too. Look at the rosters and how much it changed year after year. You know what I'm saying? Like what changed? I think Richard Jefferson was a rookie that year. To be honest. Yeah, again, that Kendall Gill, Stephon Marbury. Damn. Went from 26 and 56. 26 and 56. Why was we 26 and 56? Because we was bad on defense. 23rd in the league on defense. We was bad on offense too, but you know, it was just a bad team. And then the very next season, imagine that, bro. Imagine being the worst team, then getting to the finals. Almost one of the worst teams, then getting to the finals the next season. Traded Marbury for Kidd. Kendall Gill, he got traded, I believe. Bruh, that is hell of a turnaround. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a turnaround. JDJ said JK had the mentality of a warrior. Man joined our roster and day one said all the losing shit over. Bro, 26 wins to 50 wins, it's tough. More than that's awesome. That's incredible. That's nothing to sneeze at. Player one said the Nets are smart to look for elite passer in the draft. What about a defender? Everybody talk about all of these different offensive players trying to replace the guards. What about helping the defense in the paint? What about helping a rebounder? Why try to keep changing the scoring? We got to at least score. I want to keep toggling the 2 guard and 1 guard. Nah, we need a big man to help a rebound and defense. That's what we need. For real, for real. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and to answer the question, the Nets' first championship I want it to be in the 2020s, man. I don't want to wait till the 2030s. I want to win it sooner than that. Want it sooner than the Knicks. You know? So I don't want the Knicks to go to the finals without trying to get past the Knicks. The Nets. The Knicks need to try to get past us. They always talk about, oh, the NBA and it's entertainment and all that. That's entertaining. Both teams face each other in the playoffs, and who get past that team go to the finals. That's entertainment. You want to entertain me? You want to entertain Breeze? Every year in the playoffs, the Nets beat the Knicks to go to the finals. That is pure entertainment. The best entertainment. But look, now seriously, I would love to see like a Subway Series for the Yankees and the Mets. That'd be awesome if they played each other. The Giants and the Jets, they're in the NFC and the AFC, so they could only play each other in the Super Bowl. But with the Nets and the Knicks, that's interesting. Baseball might play more times with the Mets and the Yankees. They probably have more games versus each other, you know. Besides that, it's the Nets and the Knicks. I want the Brooklyn Nets to get an NBA championship before the Knicks. I want to see us become competitive and start trying to look at what the Nets did with Byron Scott and becoming the number one defense, and how we can become the number one defense right now. Stop talking that trade Cam Thomas talk. Stop talking that trade Cam Thomas. Just negate all of that now. You got Drake Powell, Yeager, Ben Sarath. Those are three guards that's, you know what I'm saying? You can play and develop to be great perimeter defenders. You need somebody to score. You got Cam Thomas. You're going to need a big man. You're going to need more help in the paint, more defense in the paint. Yeah, man, I'm on one, man. 2028, 2029. I'm a championship before then, man. And I want one before that, but realistically, it's 2025. I don't think we're going to get one this year. I don't think we're going to get one next year. 2028, 2029. Championship. Stamp it. Nets going to win the championship. Stamp it. Player once said last time Nets and Knicks met in the playoffs, the Nets swept. That's a fact. We swept them. 2004. We need some more. I want to see us. I need to see them play more basketball, man. I need to see the Nets and the Knicks in the playoffs more. They talk about making the league interesting and making it better and this and that. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Do that. All right, so chat. That's basically the show. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much addressed the whole title. Now I'm looking for y'all. Y'all got any questions? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm not just finna close out. If y'all got any questions, let me know. Jelly Yo, he said, why we didn't draft a real rim protecting center? I don't know. Or why not? Exactly. Except with 5 first, bro, you could have got Milo Watt. That's a fact. You gotta protect the paint. Know that part of the reason why Chet and Hartenstein is essential to that roster is on the defensive side of the ball, not just the offense. They need them to contest, not even to always block the shot, but just be there to contest, make it uncomfortable for them to shoot the ball. Can you? Oh man, Joey in the chat. What up, Joey? He's just talking basketball, looking at the, you know what I'm saying? Just talking hoops. What's good, Joey?
What's good, man? I just was on YouTube and This looking around on my YouTube, I saw you was live. I was like, oh shit, Breeze is live. So I was like, let me pull up, see what he talking about.
I was talking about how the defense was more important than the offense when we went to the finals, and with Byron Scott was the head coach. So I don't think that we drafted a bunch of defensive players, but if they could get Diego and Ben Saraf to be good defenders on the perimeter, you know what I'm saying? Drake Powell to be a good perimeter defender, we might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? We might be on to something. Maybe we was looking at it from the wrong lens, and that's what the productivity on the offensive side of the ball and saying they number one because of that. But when you look at the roster, when you look at the stats, I'll pull it up for you right now. I don't know if you can see it if you're looking at it. We was first in defense. So I just think that that's where the conversation should be. Not trading Cam Thomas. He's not that bad on defense where you got to trade him because he shouldn't be on the roster because he got no perimeter defense. And his offense, if Drake Powell, Ben Saraf, and Diego all can be perimeter defenders, you don't necessarily need Cam Thomas to be this immaculate, you know what I'm saying, perimeter defender. You just need him to play good team defense and stay out of foul trouble. Because, outside of him, how are we going to score the ball? Like, yeah, there's going to be good plays where we swing the ball and get the open three and, get to the rim here and there, but we need a shot creator. When we exhausted all of the X's and O's, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to D4, it looked like the defense know everything we fitting to do. You need a shot creator. You need somebody to say, all right, they don't expect to know what you're going to do because you're a shot creator. You're going to create something, you know what I mean? So that's basically what it is, just the defense and how important it is for the Nets to build around defense more than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure, man. You gotta understand, like me personally, I feel like when you don't have that offensive firepower, you have to be a more defensive minded team because you got to be good on defense to try to turn some of your defensive stops into offense, right? Because if you're not that good of an offensive team, you got to try to score in other factors when you don't got those, that offensive firepower. So you got to play good defense, you got to get stops, you got to turn teams over, you got to get out in transition, get easy buckets. That's going to make it, a lot easier for you to be able to win games. You feel me? So we look at all the teams that were defensive minded. They collectively played together as a unit. They played good defense. You look at the Detroit Pistons when Rip was there and when Chauncey was there, they didn't really have no superstars like that. They had gritty, hard nosed, um, high IQ, above average basketball players who played together. And that's what I think the New Jersey Nets were with Jason Kidd. Yeah, Kidd was a star, but for the most part, like Kidd wasn't no offensive, like, he was more known as a floor general. You feel me? So yeah, so we were playing collectively as a team, playing defense as a team, scoring as a team, turning teams over as a team. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, you got to play like that, man, when you ain't got the superstars who can put up 40 and 50 fucking points. So
yeah,
you
but
got to
that's what
get
I'm
out and
saying.
grind.
Yeah, but even with the superstar, if they could buy into the defensive being more important than the individual talent, then I'm with that too. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize is I'm with the defense being prioritized over Cam Thomas as an individual player. But I don't think he's that weak on defense where we gotta have him off of the team. You just
Let's keep it a buck, Breeze. I don't mean to cut you off, but
go ahead.
why is people acting like this shit rocket science? I'm not trying to compare Cam Thomas to Steph Curry as far as talent wise, but look at Steph Curry, man. He don't play a lick. His defense is terrible, but you know what? They find schemes and they find ways to hide him on defense, and they find ways to play team defensive schemes to help him out. But they still need him on the floor because the boy can score and shoot the basketball. So let's
Right.
not act like every star in the league has some kind of defensive is an above average defender, because they're not. You feel what I'm saying? So why do you feel like Cam? I don't care about Cam being a great defender. He'll probably never be a great defender. He's on the small side. You know what I mean? He's not super athletic like that. So I don't expect him to be an above average defender. You feel me? All I care is about him trying. If he tries on defense and he can buy into and he can play good team defense, I'm good with that. He doesn't have to be a stud on defense. A lot of players ain't gonna be a stud on defense. It just is what it is. That's just who they are, bro. And it's a little bit because of their size. It's
But
a
what
little
I'm
bit
saying
because of
is,
their speed.
if we try to get defensive personnel to be in the finals again, because again, let's not go away from what worked for the Nets. This is how the franchise got to it. Everybody want to talk about Euro style, and I'm talking about national style, American style. Let's talk about defense. Defense is universal, right? So
Right.
let's just talk about defense. This is that covers both styles of offense, defense. So
Right.
let's start there. You need good perimeter defenders.
But good teams
Yeah.
can hide their weak defenders, and they can help their weak defenders when it comes to team defense. You even look at Joker. Jokic is slow. He's not a good defender, but they got the personnel and the scheme around him to make it work. You feel what I'm saying? They're not going to sit him because he's not a good defender. He's still fucking Joker at the end of the day. So
Right.
all that, Cam Thomas is still Cam Thomas at the end of the day. He's still a
But-
3-level scorer.
Right, Joey. So let's have this conversation, right? Let's talk about roles. Let's talk about playmakers, shot creators, 3-and-D players, weak side defense help. What role is most important for the?
Hey, real quick. I just want to address King Ribby. Hey, King Ribby, when the Superstars was here, bro, we rung off like 10 straight against y'all, bro.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
You know what? That winning streak started before the Superstars got here. We was whipping y'all ass when Dinwiddie and Joe Harris was here under Kenny Atkinson. Don't forget, don't get act brand new, because the Knicks was shit back then when Kenny Atkinson was here. So now that
Cal Bridges, he was rigging the games for y'all.
Now that we some shit, y'all want to act like y'all always been beating up on us. Stop. Okay? Just like y'all won 10 plus games against us, we did the same thing to y'all, brother. Stop it.
See, look, this is what I'm saying. Player one in the chat, he said, y'all don't need everybody on a team being elite defensively to be considered elite defense. Look at Mavs when they had Luka and Kyrie, top 3 rated defense in the NBA, right? Because of Gafford, because of Lively, right? Because of the other players around the stars.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we all agree. This is what I mean. Like, I don't like this narrative, because when we put it under the diamond test, then I'm saying we easily see that's not what it is.
But that's what fans do when they don't like a player. They're like, oh yeah, but his defense. He doesn't play defense. Dude, 90% of the damn NBA don't play fucking defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, come on now.
They get the league to the offensive players. This is why they say, "Oh
exactly.
yeah,
you can't even play real defense in the NBA nowadays, because you're gonna get fucking fouled out."
Mm-hmm. So much so that they had to change the rule because of quote unquote James Harden and Trae Young, because of how offensive players was trying to get to the line, because that they knew that the refs was favoring the offensive player over the defensive player. They figured on, I guess, the east side of things, that it's more entertaining for as offense is concerned, which has been debunked in last season. The team that had the best defense, which was OKC, went to the finals and won the finals. Now I'm saying that to say, listening to Kevin Ollie when he was a coach for the Nets, say, yeah, we want kills. Kills is when you get 3 stops in a row. Again, this is things like me as a fan, I'm excited for. I'm excited to see kills. I'm excited to see 3 stops in a row. I want to see the defense, the Brooklyn Nets defense stop that team 3 times in a row, because that's that's how you catch up. Because a lot of
But yeah,
times
but
we,
to
you
be
know what I
fair, I
mean?
mean, it sounds good, Breeze. I feel what you're saying, but I feel like you can't have one without the other because you still got to go down the court and score the ball at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? So you get
Facts.
all the stops you want. If you're not putting the ball in the basket, you kind of still leaving the game open. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, when the game comes down to crunch time, you need that player like Cam Thomas who can go ahead and get a game-winning shot for you. All this, well, I got a bunch of guys who's just going high IQ and we just gonna pass the ball around and try to fit, nah. You need a go-to player in crunch time to get you a bucket in crunch situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the NBA. Most of the look how many games we don't watch, even last year with the Nets, bro. That came down to the final fucking seconds, bro,
Mm-hmm.
of us losing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because we didn't have the offensive firepower. And we played good defense some of those games. And we held it. We stayed in there toe to toe with some of the best in the league. But because we didn't have that offensive firepower or that guy, that playmaker to close it out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Again, if you're a Nets fan, you hear what Joey said, and you feel his pain. You know, I've
Right.
seen us have situations where the game is winnable, and we lose in the fourth quarter. More scenarios than I care to visit.
Yo,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, y'all got a better record right now. But when the big three was here, we was on a winning streak against y'all, and the Nets beat the Knicks more than y'all beat us. So stop the cap. Stop acting like y'all always had a better record against us the whole 25 years because you're lying.
mm-hmm. Yeah, nah, but I did the history. Trust me, King Ruby, we know what it is. And again, like I said before, Mikal Bridges came to our team. He was really playing. He was had a Brooklyn Nets jersey, but playing for the Knicks. You know what I mean? So those games don't even really count to me. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, y'all supposed to beat us. We rebounded. Y'all
Nah,
niggas happy?
bro. It was a 6-4 when Mikal Bridges was playing versus the
And
Knicks.
we had bum ass Ben Simmons, another handicap.
You know what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
neither here nor there. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with this. But this nigga's getting out of pocket in this fucking chat. But anyway, like you said, like yeah, I mean, like I said, the defense plays a big part in it, bro. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's why I say I still feel like Cam Thomas has a place on this team because Cam is going to be our guy when we need that bucket, when we need that guy to go get a bucket in crunch time, when we need a guy to get a game
Yeah.
winner. Is nobody fits the bill on this roster but Cam Thomas. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
don't
And
sit
that's
up here and act like you gonna just play team basketball and it's gonna be all good and you gonna pass and you gonna play together and pass the ball and cut and do all this and play defense and win. That's not how the NBA work all the time, bro. Unless you just flat out beating a team, it's gonna come down to the wire sometimes, and you need those special players, man.
mm-hmm. I think at the end of the day, even though it didn't work, you see that from OKC. There was a play where it was like Shea versus Nimhard, and they gave Shea the ball like the last play of the game for him to win or for it to go to overtime. And Nimhard, he held his own. But the point is, they ain't run no play. It wasn't no, oh, let's look for a playmaking situation. No, it was give the ball to the best shot creator on the team. He gonna bring it home for us, or we going overtime. You know what I'm saying? And I think I instill that confidence in Cam Thomas. You know what I mean? Player one say, I still think Cam Thomas do need to improve defensively. There's no reason small six, well, he ain't 6 foot. He said, dude, and I seen him in
He's six
person. He's
three.
taller than me now. Yeah, I'm 6 foot. He's 6'3" for sure.
Yeah, he's 6'3".
And I seen him in person. I'm saying, he said, "There's no reason smaller giving more effort. Nobody asking for Drew Holiday, bro. I'm
No,
telling you,
I'm not asking for you. Like I said, if he just gets
yeah,
effort and he can play good team defense and he's trying, I'm good with that. I'm not like you said. I'm not looking for Cam Thomas to be all defense, be Drew on some Drew Holiday type, Pat Bev type. I'm not looking for him to be that. I just want him to be a competent defender. That's it. Some things is out of control. Some of y'all be eating the dude up, and he got Jason Tatum on him, who got 4 freaking inches on him. You know what I mean? Got a vertical out the ass and could just turn around and shoot over the top of him, and y'all wonder why he not getting no stops. Like, oh, they just picking on Cam Thomas. Yeah, they picking on Cam Thomas because he's the smallest guy on the floor.
No,
Duh.
it's not even that, bro. Hold on. I just sent you the link, Jay. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
This is what I want from Cam Thomas, right? More than defense, I want him to be a better playmaker. I want him to be where if he got the game-winning shot, he's smart enough to know when he can't get the game-winning shot and smart enough to make the right read and right pass. Feel me? That's what I want from Cam Thomas. I already know the boy can score the ball. I want him to read defenses, know when he can get a shot, know when it's the right time to pass it to one of his guys and get a better shot when he can't get off. Because there's going to be times where teams are going to be doubling and tripling him. And as good as an offensive player as he is, he's not going to be able to get off. But he has to know how to make the correct read. That's what I'm looking for.
So hold on. First and foremost, he said, "Yo, Jay, what up, Jay?
What's good, bro?"
King Ribby RM, he a Knick fan. He rage baiting. I just realized that, and I do put up money. You see that 500? That's you. I put up $5 because you could rely on
King Ribby, put up the numbers before, but when KD and Kyrie then was here, we held the record against y'all all time, and we beat y'all 10 straight times. That is a fact. I am not lying. Y'all did not start winning against us until the big three got depleted.
No. Don't you got to say it right? They didn't start winning until Mikal Bridges came to Brooklyn.
Exactly. But
Mikal
Jay, am I
Bridges
bugging?
was the problem.
Jay, am I
Look,
bugging?
hold on, look. No, I'm only saying
Okay.
you bugging because it wasn't KD and Kyrie getting all of them wins. Because Cam Thomas was getting wins. It ain't
But
matter
Jay,
who
I'm
was
gonna take
playing.
it back
But as
further.
soon as bum ass Mikal Bridges came here,
Jay,
it was nothing but losses.
Jay, I'm gonna take it back further though. We was beating these niggas with Dinwiddie and fucking Joe Harris before the big three got here and Allen was here. We was up on them.
Yeah,
It's a fact.
I'm just saying it's Mikal Bridges bum ass that started the losses because he came in playing for the other team. It wasn't fair.
Right. Man, I ain't got time for these niggas, man. Okay, y'all niggas is up. Y'all good, man. But stop acting like y'all was always beating our ass because y'all was not. You capping, bro. Y'all up
Bro,
now.
I don't know why y'all let these Knicks fans get y'all riled up, man.
These niggas is
Like
crazy.
them niggas did not complete their mission this year, so they just want to fuck with niggas. You know what I mean? And that I ain't mad at them. I'd be mad too. They were supposed to do something, and they look bad, and it don't look like it's about to happen anytime soon. Still, so they gloomy.
Yeah, whatever. I ain't entertaining that shit no more. But go ahead. Let's drop the boat, Breeze.
Pause. Yeah. Nah, basically,
you should tell them to drop the.
I guess we stopped at stop at island or some shit. Pause. Hold on. Then all right.
Drop the whip.
Right. All right. So basically, Jay, I got Joey. Y'all see me trying to push an interview to Carmelo Anthony on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn to get Cam Thomas on there. Both of them with the Oak Hill Academy. That's a high school that, you know what I mean, they pretty much get you ready for NCAA basketball or NBA basketball. Phew. They both went there. I think it'd be a good interview. I'm trying to get...
They both never seen a shot they didn't like.
Love the mid-range. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't like that one? They both is a shooting ass niggas. Neither one of them niggas like to pass for real.
Bro, I don't think
they could bond over that.
Bro, but and then like not to say it like that, Cam Thomas get the ball, pass it to who? Like y'all expect him to make all of these passes to who, bro?
Nigga, I don't care if Kobe was on the team. I still don't think he would want to pass it to him.
Come on, Kobe is his favorite player. Of course he gonna want to pass it to him.
Nah, he gonna want to show Kobe he nicer than him. Like, watch this, Cobes.
Hold on, JD Jay said, "Nah, man, you push and get Cam Thomas on here. Forget Melo. That's tough."
Right.
I get Cam Thomas on the Big Fan Breezy podcast. Man, I'm gonna shake the scene. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer if you do that. That's gonna be crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna shake the scene.
Oh,
Oh man.
You just gotta reach out. Did you reach out and ask him?
No. This is the first thing I did. And it was because both of them went to Oak Hill Academy, and I watched 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Y'all see me pull up a lot of the content, and I was
Tell
just
him.
like, yo,
Tell
why
him.
he don't have him on there? Like with all of the stuff that's going on. And then I had a, you know what I'm saying? I was asking, like, yo, you only, you know what I mean, show love for the Knicks. You got J.R. Smith up there, you have Knick players up there. If there's connected to
Now
the
you
Knicks,
gotta reach out to. You gotta reach out to CT. Tell CT the Nets fans need to hear from you, bro.
man, I don't want to
Okay.
hear shit from no Carmelo Anthony. Get CT up here. That
That's what I.
nigga,
That's what I just said. CT.
that nigga Melo washed. He doing his own thing anyway. Nobody want to hear from that nigga. For real. We trying to be current. We want to talk to some young guns, up and coming. You know what I mean? Players in the game. No disrespect to Melo. I mean, he did what he did, but not interested.
I still fuck with Melo. I seen Melo last year. He was cool when I seen him.
Yeah. He's still ducking that. He's still ducking that one on one. That
With
one on
Michael
one work
Beasley.
with Beasley.
Yeah, I heard Beasley brought it back up. He was like, "Yeah, he talking that put up the money shit. Fuck all that. Is you trying to play or nah?"
But you know when the nigga answered that, he's like, man, I'm not losing to nobody. But yet he never said he would play Beasley. He never said, yeah, I'll beat that nigga. Like, yeah, put it up. Let's do this. Like he didn't seem confident like that. First of
Well,
all, Melo's
well, you
older
can't
now.
lose if you don't take the fight.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think he didn't sound too confident when he sounded like he was just trying to save face when they asked him about it.
He just sounded out of shape to me.
Yeah. It wouldn't be fair though. He older, man. Like Beasley, I think Beasley's the younger man. And I mean, I think Beasley would get him, bro. I mean, Melo shouldn't destroy his legacy, man.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nigga,
It ain't worth it.
Melo is cooking Beasley.
You think Melo cooking Beasley?
Hell yeah.
Fuck God. Okay, we can agree to disagree. I think we talked about this before. Fuck no.
Melo is cooking Beasley,
Fuck
man.
no. That nigga Beasley like that. One-on-one is what he do, bro. I'm telling you.
Man. He's good. He's good, but he's not unbeatable, man. Everybody acting like he unbeatable just because a lot of niggas not doing the one-on-ones for real. But I seen niggas in that the next chapter shit that might beat him.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know too many niggas that say they beat Bees one-on-one, bro. And that's street ball or professional wise.
Yeah, there's liking bees, and then there's like the reality of it. Like one, he's younger. He is younger, and then two, like listen to NBA players. NBA players don't want smoke with him. It took a dude like Lance Stevens. Like Lance Stevens is mo. He's crazy. He, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
crazy. And,
yeah,
and
better
and
that shit.
nobody, you don't see nobody running out there like, yo, I want to challenge Michael Beasley, right?
Exactly. Deep down in their heart, they know what's up. Let's
They
just
know,
say that.
like Melo is the one that put me on the Beasley's one-on-one game because they was asking Melo. It was like, yo, who's the best at one-on-one? When he was a net, he was like, yeah, you know, Cam is good, Kyrie's good, but the best one-on-one player I ever played against is Michael Beasley. Like that's coming from KD. So
But
I'll take
KD
KD's
grew
word.
up with Bees though. They play AAU ball together.
And
No, they
Mike,
were
I
older.
heard
They
I
weren't
heard the
young.
opposite. Michael Beasley was saying that he ain't know shit about basketball until he met KD. As soon as he met KD, he was on KD beef so much because KD knew all these moves and he just wanted to be like KD since he met him. So of course they both giving each other props.
Yeah,
But you gotta understand, like like Beasley journey, bro. Like he just like KD, he been that boy since like AAU, like all the way through college. Like he was killing niggas in college. Like he was one of the most sought out high school players.
He was the
going
number
into
one
college.
overall.
Huh?
How you don't even have to go that far. He was the number one overall pick.
Yeah. But his numbers in college was crazy. The 1 year he played at Kansas State.
Yeah, they say
Ain't none of that got nothing to do with him losing a one-on-one game tomorrow.
All right, we can agree to disagree. I just think he would give Melo that work, especially Melo being an older guy. I think B still sharpening his sport against NBA players and ex-NBA players. I think he would give Melo that work.
Melo, as much as I'm a Melo fan, he gracefully bowed out.
Facts.
He didn't sound like
Gracefully.
somebody that want that smoke.
Exactly.
He ain't sound like somebody that felt like trading for a couple bucks just for a 1v1.
But that's the point.
That's what it
Bees
sounds
is
like.
36. Bees is like 36,
Listen,
37.
Beasley's
Melo's
story
like
is
42, 41, somewhere like that. 40. You know what I'm saying?
But-
and you could tell. You could look at Melo. Melo, you know, he a little chunky. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? That's
Facts.
Melo, no, the difference is Melo.
Yeah, he's enjoying the fruits of his labor.
Listen, and I'm not trying to pocket
That's
watch.
true.
I'm just saying, Beasley, in his own words, say that he would have been a better professional. He would have still been a bit in the NBA, but he was good enough athlete, but he wasn't a good enough professional. If you understand what I'm saying?
Nah, you
Casey
know what fucked
Point is-
Beasley up? Beasley
Hold on.
just got
I'm
mental
trying to
issues.
get. Hold on, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm
that
trying
and
to
the big three.
Right. I'm trying to say that with the big three, he's trying to develop that with Ice Cube. He's being one of the premier players. You know what I'm saying? He's helping them build that. And I'm saying that to say that's different from NBA money. This is a player that went from NBA money to not NBA money. So I think he more of a hustler in a sense, post a Carmelo Anthony, who's more well off in a, you know what I'm saying? Case in point is he had way more NBA contracts than a Beasley. So where they sit at in the relevance to the game is different. The relevance,
I feel what you're saying.
Like it's like equally big for the culture, but the relevance to Beasley is bigger for Beasley than it is for Melo.
That's true,
That
but
is
but
true
I'm saying if
when
Melo
you
took
look
this
at it
shit
from a
serious,
hold
he's
on, but still
smoking
at the end of the day, Breeze, niggas is still ballers, bro, and niggas still got pride. I feel what you're saying. Beasley
No,
gonna be the
Melo threw that pride to the side though.
Beasley gonna be that hungrier player because he's not well off as Melo. I get it. But at the end of the day, bro, niggas are still basketball players. Niggas still got pride, bro. Niggas is not trying to lose that 1v1, my nigga. And they gonna go hard.
Melo
Bro,
threw the pride
Melo
to the side and
gracefully
gave it
bowed
to him.
out,
Like
bro.
he got it. Like I ain't even try to do that. But that's what he was saying. He said I ain't even try to do that. He ain't said I lose against this nigga. I'm scared to play this nigga. He just don't want to have to go get in shape for a fucking 1v1.
That nigga
Especially
Beasley,
not for no 100,000. That nigga blow 100,000 in the club.
Beasley energy was totally different. He said, man,
He on
I'll
the
cook.
podcast
He said, man,
too?
I'll cook Melo.
Because he trying to scare
Yo,
him out. That's Young Thug told that nigga go out there and say whatever to get him to come outside. So that's why he trying to get him to come outside.
Yo, you got to realize the difference. Beasley doing it. Hold on.
Yeah, but
Go ahead, Breeze.
No, he got some shit going on. But,
I did, my bad. But basically, I'm saying like what it means for Beasley and the big three is different from what it means for Melo. It's all upside for Beasley and the big three. For Melo, not so much. Imagine every time a guest come on his show, and now they interviewing Melo about how Beasley gave him that work. Carmelo Anthony could easily avoid it by gracefully bowing out because nothing never happened. We can speculate, but nothing never happened. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
Beasley want that smoke. Carmelo,
he
probably best avoiding this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A wise man said.
That's what I'm saying. When Beasley was talking, and niggas can say whatever they want or what the interior motive is, Beasley was like, yo, I will bust Melo's ass. When Melo came to speak on the situation, Melo's energy didn't seem like he was up for the battle, especially after a nigga just say he would bust your ass. He didn't sound confident. He's like, I'm not trying to do that right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So like you said,
y'all want to actually
Breeze,
sort of
like Breeze said, he
yeah.
gracefully bowed out, low key.
I'm not mad at you for that, Melo, but I want that interview, man. I might troll you about this for the whole summer, man.
Which is understandable because, like we said, Melo's the older guy, and you know he ain't really got shit to prove for real. But it will be dope to see for basketball fans.
Yeah, but what is he getting out of beating Michael Beasley? Like if KD was calling Melo out for a 1-on-1, he probably take the 1-on-1 with KD. Like,
Right.
what the fuck is he getting out of playing Michael Beasley? Just because you feel like watching it?
Nah, it's a pop culture thing. It's not
Come
a
on,
No,
man.
no,
Like,
no.
y'all
Seriously,
y'all
no,
make
no,
I'm
no,
y'all
trying
make
to
no.
be
it
Listen,
real,
into a
listen.
big
man.
thing.
Now niggas is gonna save him and act like he too good to do a 1v1. Got
No,
it.
Yeah,
I'm
like
telling you
That's the
what.
No,
cop
put
no.
out.
their
I got
nose
it.
in the
Wait,
air.
hold on.
No,
Let him
I'm
finish.
telling you
Go ahead.
what
Finish,
he's
finish, finish.
saying. You seen him say he wasn't interested in that shit, especially not for no
Nah,
100,000.
I'm just not buying it. He's not interested in it because he know he would lose.
He don't need the
All right,
100,000.
If
yo, you
if
want to
there was
keep
no
going back
cameras
and
on,
forth
they'd
on
need
this shit. We
bet
don't care, but he
$100.
don't get nothing out of playing
No,
Michael Beasley.
that's what
Tell me
I'm
one
saying.
thing Melo gains from playing Michael Beasley. Like if
Look,
you was Melo, one
cre-
thing that would motivate you to play that nigga.
credibility.
Right.
What credibility? He got all the credibility in the
Credibility.
world
You the
already.
one. You the one on one. You the one on
Yo,
one
Magic.
guard.
Not
Show it.
one person in this world thinks that Michael Beasley is a better basketball player than
Me,
Carmelo Anthony.
I think it. I think it. I think Michael Beasley would
Well,
have been
stats in
would.
life proves that wrong.
No, you could
We
look at the
not talking
stats, but
about no NBA
we
shit,
talking
man.
No,
about
we are
punching.
talking about it.
Yo,
Like,
listen.
No,
I
we
because
don't
not.
think.
that's
I
what
don't think.
proves you're a
We
Listen. I
better
talking
don't think
about
Melo
basketball
can.
1v1,
player.
bro.
Listen.
That NBA
Yeah,
shit
y'all
don't
not
mean
being for
nothing
real,
when it
bro.
comes to
Yeah, Melo
1v1.
probably
Yo,
can't
we're
get past the
talking
face
about
off,
who's the
bro.
best
Melo
basketball
can't get
players
past
in
the
the
face
world, and
off.
you just said the NBA shit
Okay,
don't mean
okay.
nothing.
So
What is
let me
wrong
hit
with
you with
y'all?
this then.
Y'all
Let me hit
niggas
you
is
with this.
smoking
Y'all,
some
y'all can
Michael,
say
super
hold on,
no
hold on, hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
comment.
on.
hold on.
Let me rebuttal that real quick. Michael Beasley
Go
beat
ahead.
LeBron James. LeBron James is way better than Melo.
Not in
He
That
front
was
of
don't
the
mean he's a
world.
tweaking.
better
Not in front of
basketball
the world.
player.
Yes, LeBron James is a better basketball player than Melo. Is he not?
I don't think so. I like Melo over. Not to be
That's
argumentative, but
what you think. But the
that's
general
what I think.
consensus would say LeBron James is better than LaMelo.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
I mean Carmelo.
Carmelo.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the
So
head to
my
head
thing
though?
is,
What
you
about the head
saying
to
that,
head
oh,
record?
he's not that good, just that and third. He beat LeBron, which is better than Melo. So what are you talking about?
So what?
But it
LeBron not a
wasn't in front of
one-on-one
the whole
player, and we
world.
know that. And
That's another
basketball ain't
excuse.
a
All right, I'm
one-on-one
out.
game.
Yeah, you know what?
Bro, it's
Someone
in
did
front of the
say
whole
Cam
world.
Thomas
That's
would
a
beat
difference, bro.
LeBron in a 1-on-1. That's one of the Nets players last year did say that.
Bro,
Nigga, what's the name was say? Damn, who was just saying they was beating Kobe in one-on-ones? It was fucking like Robert Ory or somebody. Like,
No.
the Lakers
Rob-
put when they said the Beasley was with the Lakers, nobody beat LeBron but Beasley. The whole team would play 1v1s all the time. Nobody beat the nigga but Beasley. That is a fact.
Yeah, I
bro,
heard
I
about
He
that
don't
said
too.
he
care.
beat the nigga.
Yeah, I don't care.
The reason why Beasley flamed out was he got drafted to Miami. Like a
Niggas say
year later
Dinwiddie
before he
is a
gets.
super nice one-on-one player. So,
I've heard that too, but point being, Beasley flamed out of the league. He didn't have the support system necessary. He's the last generation of players who, like that Allen Iverson type of story, that that type of story. Like you could tell he comes from hard times, and he's had his own shit to overcome. But basketball player wise, when you talk about him, they talk about him like he's a legend, like he's a myth. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
Yeah,
The
you know what I'm saying?
legend of Michael Beasley.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's a good player. There was another player
Right.
like that in Jersey, Tim Thomas, back in the day. I saw him one time throw the basketball off the gym wall, catch it, and dunk it. I thought he was gonna come to the NBA and be a
All,
freak.
all,
Like
all I'm
shit happened.
saying is, NBA career means nothing when it comes to 1v1. We can sit up here and talk about that shit all we want, but we just brought up a lot of niggas that's good 1v1 players, but they didn't have the best NBA career. That shit don't mean nothing when you go on 1v1. It's irrelevant. It's apples and oranges. Just because
No,
you had
but listen, but no.
just because you had a better career than a nigga, don't mean in the NBA, don't mean you're gonna beat him 1v1. That's not how it works.
Right,
Nobody
no,
said
I'm
that.
not saying that. I'm saying I was
Not
adding
one
to
person said that.
me and
But
Jay
you
saying the
sitting up
same
here
thing.
saying this person, he's
Listen,
a better
No,
basketball
I said he's a
player. Like
better
that matters.
basketball player
He had a
because he
better
achieved
NBA
more
career.
in basketball, so people believed more in him. He was a better
Yeah,
professional. He
but it's
achieved
two
more
different
as a
things.
basketball player, so he's gonna go down in legacy as being a
But
better
that
But
basketball
doesn't mean
player.
but
And
Jay,
anything
nobody
when
in
you
we
this
talk about
talking
world
who's the
1v1.
better
thinks that
one-on-one player.
Michael Beasley is a better basketball player than Carmelo Anthony.
We're
All right,
not
fine.
talking
Then
Like
about
break it
better
to better than
basketball
that's
all of
why
them.
I'm
player.
saying. That's why I'm saying. Like,
We
what
talking about
does
one-on-one.
no, I
We
hear
talk
you, but I'm
about
saying,
1-on-1. You keep
yeah, but
talking about
the
better
reason why the
basketball
question
player.
came up, because I keep asking y'all, what does Carmelo have to gain, if anything, from taking a match with Michael Beasley?
No, nigga, ask him.
Nothing.
Ask him.
It's more to his legend. It's more to his legacy. There's
I'm just
things
saying, it's
there's
nothing that he
things
could gain
that
from playing this game.
basketball players have to tick off. You got to go to Rucker Park and dominate one time. You got to win a championship. You got to get an MVP. You got to,
And you got to play
there's
Michael
certain things
Beasley.
you tick
Okay,
off.
so my
Like,
thing
if he
is,
got to play
No, but you
my
Jordan or
got
thing is,
to.
somebody
there's
one
not.
on one, he might take that because it's Michael fucking Jordan.
Okay,
Like,
cool
why is
then.
he
So
playing Michael Beasley?
that's cool then. So stop acting like you like
Yo,
that then.
Mike Beasley
Like
is no
nobody can
joke,
beat you
yo.
1v1 when a nigga just called you out and said he would bust your ass. Then you got all quiet and you gracefully bowed out. That's my
Nah,
thing. Stop getting on your podcast and acting
that's
like
not
you
what
like that
happened.
when you duck and wreck.
That's not what happened.
What's not what happened?
The nigga Michael Beasley, the first time they asked about it, he was mad quiet and humble. He's like, "Yeah, I be mellow, I play mellow." Then now he's getting all belligerent with it, but it's a publicity stunt, obviously trying to call Mello out
It
to get him
depends if
out
just
he
said
took
he
his
said
after
he
he
would
medicine
did
bust
that
his
day
after
or
ass,
he
and you
not.
said that's
declined it.
not what happened. Did he not say he would bust Mello ass?
That's recent. That's not the
It
ocean.
doesn't
Mello
matter. He
did
still
Mello
said
even
it.
you don't even
So
know
what
Mello
if it's
responded to
recent?
that.
He still said it.
But you don't know. You talking about Mello response. You don't even know Mello responded to the new shit.
He did. He said he's not going to play him. He gracefully bowed out. We just said it. What are
He
you
been
talking about?
well, he
he
been
did
saying he
gracefully bow
wasn't
out.
playing
He
him from
gracefully
jump.
bowed out.
He been saying he wasn't
Thank
playing him
you.
from
Great.
jump 2 months
Breezy just
ago.
told you he gracefully
I
bowed out.
just
And you talk
heard him.
about
You ain't got to
he
repeat him.
didn't respond.
Bro, I just don't think I don't see how y'all think Michael Beasley is that nice, bro. I think he'll lose to some of these niggas in the next chapter. And anybody could lose any given Sunday. But y'all are mesmerized by this myth of Michael Beasley.
But hold on. But again, to slow it down, the next chapter is something that I watched too. It's content where there's 1v1s and these
That's where
dudes,
they play that. That's where
yeah,
Michael Beasley and Lance play that.
right. But what I'm saying is the NBA player, like ex NBA player Michael Beasley, bringing in attention. But before he was bringing in attention, I was watching it. And these dudes 1-on-1, they hard to guard, bro. They 1-2 steps getting past you, step backs, or whatever you can think of offensively, they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they scoring, and they look like professionals. You know, they may not be good enough for the G League or the NBA, but they in their own right, this is a profession. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
everybody that's nice is not in the NBA because they're not nice. Some niggas are not in the league because of politics. So let's get that
The
straight right
professional
now.
part of
It's
it, yeah.
it's a bunch of niggas that Beasley is better than right now in the league. That is a fact.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
He,
but none of that shit matters, and they won't be going down in history as better basketball players than them other niggas because they're
And
not accomplishing
that's
shit.
cool, but none of
If you
that
ain't
matters when it
accomplishing
comes to
shit,
1v1. You
right.
keep talking about this legacy shit when it
But
don't mean
Joey,
shit when you gotta
I
play
never
a
said
nigga
the word
1-on-1.
legacy at all.
It don't mean nothing.
Joey, the thing
Legacy
about it,
does mean something. It's
It
the only
don't
thing
mean
that
nothing
means
when you
something.
gotta play a nigga 1-on-1.
None of that shit don't mean nothing. I don't see how
You
you
keep
saying.
saying and talking
Oh wait,
about
wait,
how a
hold
nigga
on.
got a
Talk to
better
me. Nah,
career.
nah.
Like
I
that
need you to
means
explain
something
that.
when
I
you
need
gotta
you.
get on the
Nah, nah.
court with a nigga.
I need you to explain to me how legacy don't matter. It don't mean nothing. But a
Okay,
1v1 against Michael Beasley
okay.
is mad
This why
important.
it don't mean nothing. Because when you gotta get on the court and play a nigga one-on-one.
But you don't.
One-on-one.
You don't have to do that.
Yo, can I
You know
speak?
who never lost
But
Can I
one-on-one?
speak?
But you
Michael
don't have to do
Jordan.
that
Can
though.
I speak? But you asking me to
Jordan
answer
wasn't
a
letting
question. You
Beasley
keep cutting
beat
me
him
off.
ever.
What happened?
Michael Jordan to play Beasley right now.
I seen Michael Jordan lose to a fucking a CEO of a company that he was running a camp for.
Yeah, but he was letting that.
He lost.
He was backing off him. But well, all right.
No,
So
he wasn't. He played defense, and he said,
no,
"Oh."
tell me, answer the question. If Michael Beasley talked crazy about Michael Jordan right now, wouldn't Michael Jordan go throw on some baggy ass shorts and go out there and play that nigga?
Maybe not.
There's no maybe about it. You know it.
No, look.
Let's just say this. Let's bring this one into it. I think Mike would, right?
Maybe not. You might. He
No,
might. He might not.
Let me ask you this one. Let me ask you this one.
That's because Mike is Mike. Carmelo ain't Mike.
Now, I don't think MJ would play him. But let's just say this scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? Let's just say that I don't think Mike would play him.
MJ was 36 years old. Would he have played him?
Hold on. Let me just give him this scenario. I don't think MJ would play him, but God willing, if Kobe was still alive, and Beasley called Kobe out like that, and Kobe was retired, Kobe would play that nigga.
I feel like Kobe would say play him for what? I feel like Kobe would say play him for what?
Nah, Kobe would play him.
Say Kobe wouldn't play him.
For what?
Kobe would play him.
Kobe would say the same thing Melo said. I
man.
mentor him. I put money on him. I mentor him, but play him for what? I think Kobe
would play that nigga because Kobe is a baller and he not gonna let no nigga call him out. Kobe said,
Kobe
beat
not
me
playing
1v1.
nobody for $100,000, bro.
It's not about the money.
No money.
Then it wouldn't be televised and no shit like that.
It's not about the you.
So you don't. Oh wait. So you think Carmelo won't play this nigga not televised, just in the gym, just them two? He just won't play. Period. They talking about for money in front of people, a big spectacle. That's what they talking about right now.
Well, obviously, if you could play a nigga and fucking hide it and nobody know you got beat, yeah, anybody would play. That's common sense.
But that's what they doing at practice all the time. So that's what we talking about. Like this LeBron shit only came out because of these 1v1s publicly. But
right?
They was playing each other at practice all the time. That's what they do.
Yes, they were playing each other at practice all the time. What does that have to do right now with somebody calling you out to play basketball, Jay?
Because I'm telling you, Carmelo gains nothing from this. I keep telling you. I don't think you understand it.
It's not about gaining anything, Jay.
Yes, it is. If you're doing something for you,
you keep talking about all this money shit. You keep talking about
I'm talking about money, legacy,
I just
everything.
said if Kobe Bryant was still alive,
I disagree with you.
If Kobe Bryant was still alive,
no, he wouldn't.
And that nigga Michael Beasley called him out like he did Melo, Kobe would fucking play him, and he got three times the
laugh in his face
and 5 times the money as Carmelo Anthony.
Kobe would have laughed in his face. He would say, "I'm a 5-time champion. What do I gain from 1v1 against
whatever.
You?
Listen. You know the Kobe, and we know the Kobe. Kobe is highly competitive. Kobe ain't ducking no
Yeah, but you got to be on his level.
Kobe would play that nigga.
You got to be on his level. There's no way.
Yeah, okay. Keep saying that to try to save face for Melo. But you know what's up.
You think I care? I don't.
I love Melo.
I just disagree with you, but I don't give a fuck.
I think.
Well, I tell you one thing. You in the minority in this.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. You are. Because you're not going to sit here and ask a bunch of NBA fans with Kobe back down of playing fucking Michael Beasley after he called him out and Kobe wouldn't play him. They would say, fuck yeah, Kobe would play him. Absolutely.
So you telling me anybody that calls out anybody it's mandatory call outs?
It's not about anybody. We know how Kobe go. He's highly competitive.
Yeah, but against people who are on his level, Michael Beasley and Kobe not even in the same stratosphere. You mentioned the names that don't. It's like fucking Krispy Kreme versus fucking donuts on the corner. Like it's not the same thing.
Hold on, yeah. I mean, we can just call it a stalemate, man, because at the end of the day, there's content that pretty much shows him gracefully bowing out. And again, I gave my reasons. Maybe I'm trolling him until he get the Cam Thomas interview. But the truth is that either way, I ain't tripping, bro. I just think it'll be good for the big three. And ultimately, Ice Cube I wanted to acknowledge him in all of this because they was saying that he's the first African American to own his own sports franchise or something like that. But it was just really dope, interesting news. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Shout out to
all
this
I'm
dude.
saying, like, right, bro. Everything
And
ain't
it's
about.
fucked up that the NBA won't support it though.
Damn, bro. Everything ain't about money. My thing is, if you sitting up there and you talk about you the best, nobody can beat you, this, that, and the third, and the nigga call you out and you gracefully bow out. Now, fuck that. Do it for the culture. Fuck we talk about. You can't sit up there on your podcast and not like and let your nuts hang, and then when niggas call you out, you want the Drake effect. Oh, I'm just too big.
No.
I'm just too big to respond. Get the
No,
fuck out of here, man.
do something.
That's
Do
some
something.
pussy shit.
Do something to
he
make
did
me
respond.
excited.
He did
Because maybe if they put up a mill or 2, 3, 4, then maybe it
All I'm saying is
Listen,
niggas need to
No,
stop talking like they
you're not
like that.
listening. Do
Stop
something
talking
to
like you
make
like
me.
that, and niggas
Do
call
something
you
to
out, you
make
get
this
quiet.
exciting for me.
Hold on. Let me just try to kind of segue like see basically y'all saying the same thing in different words. And basically what I'm saying about it is this. Carmelo Anthony don't get a lot of there's no cachet for him. Like he be basically so what? But like Jay-Z said, but if Beasley beat him, that's good for Beasley. That's his brand. That's good for the big three in that brand. It's like Beasley got way more riding on versus Carmelo than Carmelo get. Carmelo don't get anything. He get what do you get? Like a set of steak knives. You know what I'm saying? If he beat Beasley, you know what I mean? Beasley get the world. You know what I mean? So I just don't.
But what does that matter
hold
when
on,
you
hold on.
better
Can I
than
say this too?
somebody?
Can I say this too? Can I say this too? Can I say this too?
What does
Wait,
that
before you finish.
matter when you're consistently
bro.
saying you're the best and you're better than
Carmelo
somebody?
is not the
So none of
next
it
step
should
from Lance
matter.
Stevenson.
Go
You
out
got
there
to
and let
play.
your nuts hang.
Carmelo is
You
not the
can't sit
next
up
step
there and
from
act
Lance
like you the
Stevenson.
best and
You
this,
got to
that, and
play
the
3,
third.
4 more niggas before you get to Carmelo after Lance Stevenson.
Okay then. So what
He
does
the
it?
final
So
boss.
You got to play a couple more niggas. You can't just go from him to him just because you called them out, and it's a mandatory. Come on, bro. You got to play a couple more niggas.
That's real shit. See, my thing is this: if Beasley is consistent, like, all right, you ain't want to give me rec, but I still got rec somewhere else, and he's not just kind of begging Melo, but kind of showing Melo that we around the same age. I'm out here doing work, and that's another thing that shines the light on the big three is saying that these players are still professionals in 35 plus age demographic. 35 plus may not be more professionals. It'd be it's less than more in the NBA, but in the big three, they welcoming.
Man, listen, Breeze. What I know this. I'm gonna bring up something. When Gilly called out Jeff Teague, and Jeff Teague is an NBA player. He could have if he would have got beat by Gilly, niggas would have clowned him until he died. When Gilly called out Teague, what Teague do? Teague fucking play. Hold on. Teague played that nigga and fucking ran off like 14 or 15 straight against him.
Yeah, but he don't give a fuck about playing Pat Bev and none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You said what?
Mm-hmm.
He don't give a fuck about playing Pat Bev.
No. That was Nick Young. That wasn't Teague.
That was all of them. He called all of them out after that.
Teague a separate show.
He called all the niggas out.
No, but hold on. Let's call that what it is.
Nobody wanted to play his ass.
No, hold on. Nah, to the point. No, I get what you saying, but Joey, it's not the same. Beasley calling out Melo ain't the same as Gilly calling out Teague. Teague looking at you, looking at him like
you still can afford. You're still got something to lose. You still got something to lose, regardless. If you step on the court, you still got something to lose. You cannot sit up there and act like you the best and talk all this shit like you untouchable. And then when niggas come see about you, you want to fucking turn your nose up. Nah, fuck that. That's whack.
Yo,
whack.
I think y'all just influenced my TV AI, man, the algorithm, because it's Carmelo Anthony highlights just popping up on my shit now out of nowhere. I never watched Carmelo Anthony highlights. Why this up here?
They listening.
They are.
That's some wild shit.
They are listening.
But all I'm saying is Melo is one of the best isolation scorers in NBA history, and Michael Beasley is Michael Beasley.
This is true, but Michael Beasley is probably the greatest one-on-one player ever, too.
You think
Niggas,
so?
he don't know. He's just saying
That's your word. The greatest one-on-one player ever.
Like Melo.
I'm
Because
talking
Beasley didn't have a
about.
big
I'm
career
stuck,
like Melo.
Paul. You gotta say that one more time to make sure I heard you play.
I'm gonna say
that's your word.
I'm gonna say it and be clear, because it's not only me that's ever said this. Michael Beasley is one of the greatest one-on-one players
Yes.
ever.
But you don't know why niggas hate one-on-one? Because a nigga like Shaq could just back everybody down and dunk, and it don't mean nothing.
Yeah. They used to talk about how no one would want to play Kareem one-on-one because Kareem was impossible to beat one-on-one.
Like, because you got to think about it. One-on-ones, I think, is like, it'd be like boxing. Styles make fights, right? So you got to put niggas against each other that want to play against each other a certain style of game, because certain people just going back down.
Yeah, but we talking about two niggas.
So if you're playing,
we talking about two niggas who small forwards though, bro.
No, but that's why I'm talking about the fact that they didn't want to play Pat Bev. Know what I mean? Because they think Pat Bev going to be a hacking ass nigga or whatever.
No, they didn't want to play Pat Bev because nobody wants to see Pat Bev. Pat Bev is not going to score the basketball.
Bro, I think y'all don't think
that's not true though, Joey. My bad.
Melo should have a better opponent, man.
That's not true. Go on, my bad. Go ahead.
Bro, how is it not true? They pick niggas who's offensive. Hold up.
No, go ahead, because you ain't say shit.
Offensively minded and niggas who get buckets.
Yeah,
but see Pat Bev fucking running around hacking niggas.
But somebody got to play defense.
Hold on. That's the problem. Hold on, Joey. Hold on, because I'm gonna get to that. That's the problem. Thinking Pat Bev only has defense because he played in the NBA. That was his role to stay in the NBA. That's how he got in the NBA. Before he got to the NBA, Pat Bev was giving out buckets. Right?
Pat Bev averaged 30 in high school.
So hold on. So yeah, exactly. Don't think that Pat Bev don't got offense because you don't see it in the NBA.
I'm not saying that. That's what they was trying to say. Whoever was ducking the smoke, they were saying that.
He don't
they were saying they didn't want to play football.
He don't. Jeff Teague will cook that nigga.
Bro, he got offense, bro.
Yes.
Maybe not, but bro, what if a nigga play defense?
You gotta understand, Jeff Teague is an NBA nigga too.
Yeah, but what if a nigga play defense?
I'm not saying that, but they acting like he can't score. The dude could get buckets, and they think they wasting time because in the league he wasn't. That wasn't his thing to do. He was a defensive guy. So now he calling everybody out like I'm out here. Y'all don't want the defense, but don't act like I don't got offense.
And just because he's a defensive guy, don't mean he's gonna stop these niggas all the time.
Yeah, but that don't mean that he won't score on them niggas neither. Because
that nigga can't score the basketball. Get that nigga's a bum. Get that nigga out of here. That nigga just looking for some like the nigga said. He just looking for some attention.
I think he an underdog and he know he could beat some of these niggas.
He trying to put himself in the conversation.
Nah, bro.
See no fucking Pat Bev running around hollering.
Nah, bro. That's what they see. That's what they don't want to happen. They don't want a Pat Bev beating them. You know what I'm saying? Because
then they gonna be tight.
Pat Bev beat you, bro. That's not gonna look. That's not a thing on your jacket that you want.
Hold on, Ice. Let me say this, bro. Let's call it what it is. At the end of the day, they know what it is when it comes down to podcast money. Pat Bev know if he beat one of these podcasters in the real game, mind you, Pat Bev, he's a serious professional. You know what I mean? Bro, he's definitely gonna be somebody that gonna mention that shit. He got a battle rapper co-host. Listen, Pat Bev will be. He wants to be the best podcaster and have that bragging right over other athlete podcasts.
I'll tell you what, I hope they do add money on Jeff Teague. If any of
y'all don't watch none of them streaming niggas.
Hold on, let me say this last thing, Jay. Is if they really start that where these ex-NBA players that's podcasters now get in like a little league or something like that, little, you know what I mean? In the gym or something like that, where they got some runs, some runs, and they play 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s, like podcast versus podcast.
Yeah,
bro, that'd be so dope, bro. That'd be so lit. But I don't know, man, but shout out to Pat Bev because he was really pushing.
Listen, man, it was one time Teague was one of the best players in the NBA when he was with Atlanta. He was one of the top guards in the league. That is a fact. Pat Bev never been that in his fucking entire life in the NBA. Jeff Teague will cook the fuck out that nigga. And I hope they add the nigga because
you just said the NBA legacy shit don't matter.
You niggas anything on it. Jeff Teague will cook him.
You just said all that NBA legacy shit don't matter.
It don't.
It don't matter in 1v1 game.
It don't. But listen.
So then why you bringing it up? But when it was Carmelo, it didn't matter. But now when it's Jeff Teague, it matters.
But listen.
I'm listening.
Go on, Joe. You still there?
He said, I'm listening, bro. I'm listening. Nobody don't say nothing until Joey say something. We listening. Nobody else say nothing. Nobody else say nothing until Joey rebuttal that. Because we gotta hold each other accountable for when we be, you know what I mean? I've been wrong. You see, Brooklyn LM don't let me forget.
I think he might just got something against Carmelo. Because I know he be having certain players he be having stuff against.
Like I said, they don't want a stain on their jacket like that, bro. Because if Pat Bev, if you talk bad about Pat Bev and he scorched one of y'all, that's going, you know what I'm saying? Boy, his podcast, everybody going viral, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look bad, bro. And I know the dude can score. They even said it in the chat. He averaged 30 in high school, bro. The dude can score. You know what I'm saying? NBA, he a smaller guard. He gotta play defense to stay in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, Kevo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I love. Listen, I'm a Melo fan too, and no, not versus Beasley. Beasley got a lot riding on this. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think that's the difference. I think Beasley, his hunger to win would be too much for Carmelo to deal with. You know what I mean?
Nah, no way. No way, Jose. Because the only way Carmelo is taking this is if he gets focused, and he's gonna get focused, take a couple months, get back on shit, and there's no way Beasley is winning.
And I'm listen, and I'm gonna end it off saying this. The reason why I think Melo is one of my favorite guys for bowing out is because he don't want to take no attention off of his son.
He took the J. Cole route.
Let his son.
My phone died, but I'm gonna answer the question after Breezy finished.
Yeah, I knew you ain't gracefully bow wow. I knew you wasn't doing that.
He ain't take the Melo route.
My phone died.
Right. But he's like, I'm back though. Hold on. I'm just saying, Melo, it was a stand-up thing for Melo to say gracefully bow out, to not take attention off of his son about to go to Syracuse. He made that a priority, prioritized it, and for the fans and the culture, yeah, I want to see the 1v1, but father to father, he did the right thing.
Right, he gonna be like, play my son first. Play my son. If you could beat Cayenne, then maybe I'll play you.
Now, I did say that. Listen, it don't matter about the NBA career, but listen, when you look at players, you know what GFT has been known to do. Even though Michael Beasley haven't had the career, we like Pod said, we know what he's capable of. We know what he's good at. We know what he does. Pat Bev never been no fucking good on one-on-one basketball player. Pat Bev never been no scorer like that in the NBA. I don't want to hear about one time when he scored 30 points in high school. So yes, I'm basing it off skill set. Jeff Teague will cook that nigga. It's different with Teague. It's different when I'm talking about Michael Beasley because Michael Beasley got the skills to pay the bills. Pat Bev don't.
What? Yo, I talk to him, Ice.
Again, he didn't just he averaged 30. He didn't just score 30 one time. He averaged 30, bro. Hold on. Just like all these dudes that come into the NBA that's high level players, bro, they averaged that damn amount in high school, and he was one of them. Now transferred to the NBA, everybody don't get to play their role, bro. Everybody got what skill set do you have? Defense got him staying in the league. You know what I'm saying,
bro?
He could
Jeff,
score the
but
ball
you're
though.
saying that like Beasley didn't average 30 in high school.
I'm
You're
not.
saying that like
I'm
hold
not.
on. You're saying that like Teague didn't average 30 in high school. You're saying that Melo didn't average 30 in high school. These are niggas that went beyond high school and still was putting up crazy fucking numbers. Pat Bev has not done that as a fucking professional.
But
He's
that's not
never
the
been
point.
known as a scorer on a
The point is,
professional
What was
level.
he
That is
doing
a
in
fact.
Israel, man?
nah, bro. The
He had
point
a
is that
different
he
role
can
in
do that
Israel. What
though.
was he doing out there?
You taking somebody's role, continue their role. That's their role. But Pat Bev role changed. Everybody in the league, you think everybody in the league can't score or everybody can't play 1v1? Like, come on, bro. You can't say that.
I'm not saying he can't play 1v1. I'm saying he can't beat Jeff Teague. And if it do happen, I'm willing to bet any of you niggas anything. We could put the bread up. Since you think Pat Bev like that.
No, I'm just saying the dude can score. Don't think he can't score. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that the dude can't hoop, bro. The dude can hoop. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he can't hoop. Obviously, I know he was a professional. I just don't think he got the offensive power to keep up with somebody like Teague, to keep up with somebody like Brandon Jennings. I don't think he got it. Nigga, you're not going to hack your way into a win on a 1v1. Because niggas is not going to let you get the
That's what I
ball.
was getting. Yo, Paul, I was just looking it up too, bro.
Nah, he had one good game over there. He had one big game over there.
It say his EuroLeague and Israel together is 10.7.
Nope, you can't do that to me, Ice. With that oh, he had one good game. Fuck, that's Israel.
Right.
It's not even.
Nah, he did. Nah, I'm
exactly.
saying.
You're not even
Nah,
going up
hold on.
against
I'm saying. Oh, no, I'm saying what Jay said. You said he averaged 9. I said, yeah, he had one good game over there. He had one big game. That was it.
NBA niggas go over to Israel and become Superman. You telling me this nigga like that and scoring 10 points in Israel?
No, I'm saying the dude can
Come
score.
on,
You
man.
play
But he gonna be
1v1 versus these dudes. He gonna score, bro.
Hey, 3.1 assists.
Yeah.
The Israeli team should have gave him the Cam Thomas treatment. Like, nah, we not re-signing you.
Oh shit.
You don't know how to pass the ball.
Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all disrespectful on this podcast, man.
Yeah, bro.
This nigga scoring 10 points in Israel, though, and niggas is still trying to take up for this nigga.
Yeah. Because he an NBA player, the dude can score, bro.
Bro, everybody that goes to the NBA, ex-NBA player, go over there and cook. This nigga Dwight Howard was looking crazy over there. He ain't played in forever.
That's Dwight Howard, bro.
He's Dwight Howard, and he should probably still be in the league too.
Every NBA nigga that go over there cooks. Them niggas be averaging 20, 30 points a game. How you not doing that, Pat Bev? You did it in high school, right?
The reason why Dwight Howard is not in the league is because he's sus. Is why they don't want that in the locker room.
Well, I heard it was just because he blew his last shot with fucking the Lakers because they wanted him to take a diminished role, and he was like, "Nah, I'm still a superstar." And they was like, "Oh, word."
Nah, LeBron was like, "We keeping it family friendly around here.
Heard you.
Son about to come up in. Is about to be on the team. You got
Listen. I'm not mad at that narrative neither, because that shit crazy. And the shit on the bench, that shit was some of the most egregious shit I've ever seen. That's some of the most egregious shit I've ever seen on the basketball court.
Everybody know that he
what
fruity,
the fuck
bro.
is y'all doing?
Everybody knows Dwight Howard fruity.
Yeah, he's a fruitcake for sure.
Yeah,
that's why he's out the league though.
Well, we're not trying to bash nobody. We just,
No,
but
we don't
got
just got monetized.
Right. You're not bashing nobody.
Hold on, real quick. That's what I was saying.
I just ain't know niggas did that in basketball.
But hold on, that's what I was saying. To be a lot of politics in the NBA. Niggas think niggas not in the NBA because they can't play basketball. It's a lot of nice niggas that's blackballed.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah,
that's fact.
Shit.
You get blackballed for anything. Yo, I'm so mad about this Shedeur Sanders shit. This, he was supposed to go number one over. He was supposed to go number one, top 3. The Giants should have drafted him. The boy flinging the ball around the fucking stadium
maybe it's just, you know what I thought about though? Maybe it's just because he's a silver spoon kid, man. He don't need the money. They gave the money to another kid who need the money.
Nah, a
And he
bunch of
went
owners.
he went he went in the lower round because he gonna get paid less bread. And what he went 6th round or some shit.
Fifth, but you don't play. Quarterbacks don't. It's rare that a quarterback even makes the team going fifth. Like,
Did he make the team though? He made the team though, right?
not necessarily.
Cause ain't they playing preseason games now?
He
just
played a
played.
game tonight. He threw 2 touchdowns, led them down the field for 3 touchdowns, and won the game.
You say he
Like,
played and did all that?
yeah, he balled out.
Yeah, he gonna make the team.
Now
I'm telling you, it could
He
be
may not.
politics, bro. Because y'all just
He's
was talking about how everything be politics.
Listen, he was the
Right.
highest selling jersey coming into camp, and then the owner, with 1 week of camp already going in, and everyone is like interested in the team, and it's Cleveland. Nobody give a fuck about the Browns,
Right.
and all this excitement, all number 1 jersey sales, all that. The owner comes out and says, "I wouldn't have picked them." You understand?
The owner said that?
Like, yeah.
That's wild.
He said the GM did it on his own. I wouldn't, if I was the one making the decision, I wouldn't have picked him, and nobody even asked him.
The owner
He
ain't
just
say that. He
volunteered
said that?
information.
No, in fact, he said it.
That's dirty. How can you even say that and you got to play on your team?
It's what my point.
You seen
It's
how
what
he
my
came in?
earlier point is. These owners collude. They come together and
Oh
they
yeah, of
decide
course.
to blackball a player. That player is blackballed. The NBA got enough problems for it to be having some freaky dude like Dwight Howard on an NBA team. That,
Yo,
like, look
I don't
what's
know what
happening
y'all
in the
think.
WNBA. They throwing dildos on the court and
I
shit
don't know
like
what
that.
y'all think, but it's a lot of freaky dudes on them teams, man. I
Oh,
don't know
of
who.
course.
I don't know who.
but not on the bench.
Yeah, they was wilding. He was wilding. What are you doing, man?
You know what I'm saying? Like, not open.
You got to have some sort of
like
professional decorum.
not have stories, lawsuits out there where dudes is talking about you kidnapped them and you raped them with another boy.
Oh, whoa.
Yo, y'all don't know about these stories?
But Breezy just got monetized that last week, so you trying to keep it.
Excuse me, Breezy. My bad.
Please,
We just
man.
trying to keep.
Please.
We be trying to keep the buzzwords not saying, so you could say it without saying it sometimes. But
yeah,
Right.
nah, he was trying to bust grapes in a fruit fight. he was trying.
Yeah,
And dude pressed charges.
that's not appropriate. You know what I mean?
That's let's just leave this subject.
Shame on him.
But the Pod's point though, they got brought in Huntley, and he looked better than Huntley, and Huntley been a backup quarterback, bro. He looked way better. Huntley might not know the playbook like that, but Shador looked way better.
He played with the second string tonight, and he threw 2 touchdowns. The other rookie quarterbacks started talking 2 interceptions. It's looking ugly out there. Like, he's throwing darts. It just goes to show, if these oligarchs come together, just like they did Kaepernick, just like they did many players. They like a docile, I'm here to work hard, I'll run through a brick wall for you type dudes. They don't like no confident, arrogant. And there's nothing wrong with.
So you telling me they trying to do him on some Kaepernick shit?
Yo, listen. There's no way that level of talent falls below the 3rd round. I don't know if y'all watch football like that, but no way. There's no way, and no way that type of talent falls to you by accident.
Maybe they colluded with the NCAA for the way they did the Colorado team.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it that Deion thinks he's gonna change.
They disrupted the NCAA with the way they was doing shit over there.
Absolutely. They were getting 5-star recruits to a college that don't get 5-star recruits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a player like the ones that he had at Jackson State. Those were D1 high level NCAA All-America type players, and he had them at Jackson State. They mad. It's an old boy network.
I was just about to think maybe some of the NFL owners, they probably boosters at a lot of
Of
these
course.
colleges and shit like that, and that
Of
shit pissed
course.
them off.
Of course. And some teams, they don't want a black quarterback. They want a white player to play that position.
They
Not
want it, but they know what it is, man.
it's just the
Like it's the
defenders
age of the
got too
black
athletic.
quarterback right now.
Like, but you know what it is? I think more of it was they tried to separate college football and NFL football from the mobile quarterback offense into not having a mobile quarterback offense. The NFL back in the day, they just wasn't doing it. I don't know why, but the NCAA that's how they played the game. The mobile quarterback was the thing. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't necessarily utilize that.
Like
they just wanted pocket quarterback. They wanted pocket quarterbacks.
Correct.
But with Cordell Stewart, Cunningham, Donovan McNabb, you know I love Donovan McNabb.
They changed the rules. you realize when Donovan McNabb, Dante Culpepper, Michael Vick, when that era hit, they changed the rules to where if you stay in the pocket, the defense barely can hit you. The only time the defense can hit you is when you get outside the pocket. Who goes outside the pocket? The athletic black quarterbacks. And they changed the rules so that a quarterback like Brady could thrive. Not that he wouldn't have been great, but if you could rush Brady like you used to be able to in the 90s, in the early 90s, Brady's not Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's not having a long career.
You know what I'm saying? They so hated Michael Vick, they put that nigga in jail for fucking dog fighting. Half the white players in the NFL is from the South. They've been dog fighting down there. That's the first time I ever saw dog fighting was in Texas. I'm from New York. I never seen no shit like that before. I'm in Texas. I'm watching them fight dogs to the death. You think Michael Vick was making money off of fighting dogs? He's in the NFL. He's a quarterback. And they put him in jail. His own boys snitched on him, testified against him. Put him in jail for dog fighting? That's how much they love that position. That's how much they want that position to be Tom Brady. You see how much they acted a fool for Aaron Rodgers? Oh, the Jets going to the Super Bowl. How? With a 40-year-old quarterback? You crazy? It's a dirty game, man. And it's in basketball too. If they decide to blackball you, talking about Michael Beasley, they blackballed him.
And what did he do to get blackballed?
He just wasn't dependable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not all there mentally. He's kind of cuckoo in the head.
On some Delonte West type shit?
Yeah, he's on the spectrum, bro.
Well, you could kind of tell when yeah, I get it. And so he probably
and the
wasn't
nigga
showing
wasn't
up for
professional.
shit
He
and
was
doing
smoking
shit.
weed, not making practices, not taking the game serious.
Yo, they make it so easy for you to pass the drug test in the NBA. They tell you when they come in, all kinds of shit. And he failed bad drug tests.
Yeah, because KD be blowing down crazy.
Hell's
KD is a big pot smoker.
But they probably done changed shit by now.
Yeah, but it's not just about the pot though. Beasley wasn't a professional. He was like missing practices and stuff and not taking the game serious, man. And they saw that even though he was talented, they just stopped dealing with him. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't putting the work in. He was young and immature, and he has mental problems.
Yeah.
So,
how long he was in the NBA for?
Maybe like 5 years, 6 years.
He was the number one pick. Miami picked him at number one.
Yeah. When Miami
number one
traded
pick,
him, it was a wrap for him. He was the number one overall.
That's crazy. Number one pick. And
yeah, when he was
bread.
supposed to be the next big thing. I mean, when he was in college, he was like a phenom, bro. Like he was the best basketball player in college.
He was like 26, 9, and 7 or some shit in college. Like his college stats was crazy.
Listen, just to kind of further the conversation, I'm listening to y'all for the most part, as y'all know. This is Jacques Vaughn's stats. He stayed in the NBA because he's a professional. Look at his stats. He's a point guard in the NBA.
That's a fact. I still remember Jacques Vaughn when he played
But
at
no,
Kansas.
but
He
look
was
how
a
many
Jayhawk.
seasons though, bro.
Yo, he was terrible. I mean, no, he was a good player. He was a
12 years
He
in the
was
NBA,
serviceable.
bro.
but he was serviceable. That's the word. That's the
Yeah, but
perfect word. But he
niggas
was
thought
not. He
Andre
shouldn't
But
have
Miller
been in
was
the
12
league
years
that
in
terrible.
the
long.
I thought
NBA just being serviceable is furthering my point that he was a professional more than he was a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why they like him. That's exactly. That's why he got the coaching jobs, all that shit. Like you see how he talks. He talks like he talks like a narc. He talks like, yeah, just put the keys in the truck. Say that again. Speak closer.
Yo.
Vaughn went back to Kansas. He's an assistant coach there now with the Jayhawks.
Yeah, Kansas. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he went back to his alma mater, man. But
Yeah,
you know what,
and they
Pod,
welcomed
hold
him
on,
back
Pod.
too.
Real quick. A lot of niggas say Andre Miller was basic. Even Cam was like, you like Andre Miller, you got basic game. I always thought Andre Miller was nice.
Yeah,
Andre
Andre Miller was supposed to be on a championship team. He was so good, man.
He played good. He
He'll
played good
average
in college.
11 assists every year, no problem. And he wasn't fast. He just was steady with it.
He was a good point guard, man.
Excellent point guard. To me,
He
I
was
thought
nice,
he was an
nice.
excellent point guard. He averaged a double couple years there. Let me look up his stats.
It's funny. What's the dude? LaMarcus Aldridge. I remember seeing him on ESPN, and he was talking about Andre Miller, and he would say Andre Miller. He was kind of like weird, like he wouldn't speak to like the guys. He never tried to build no camaraderie. He said one time the guys did a party, and invited all the teammates out to the club. Andre Miller's like, nah, he not gonna come. He said he look over later on during the night and see Andre Miller in the corner in the club by himself. Yo, you gotta look that shit up though. It's funny as hell. LaMarcus
I seen it. I definitely seen it.
That shit was funny, bro. The stories he was telling about
Andre Miller.
But he always gave him his
used to have me tripping because
this is his stats.
he had
I'm
no
listening
haircut.
to y'all talk, but this is his stats on the screen.
But
Okay.
LaMarcus Aldridge said he was like, look, he was such a smart basketball player. He would tell me where to go, and he's like the ball would just be like right there, like he was like, you know what I mean? He was on it, like he was a solid floor general. I fuck with Andre Miller, man.
No, absolutely. He was definitely great. He made the game easy for everybody. The problem is he had limitations. He was slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the greatest shooter, but he'd make him when it count.
Yeah,
I swear
he wasn't very athletic either.
He was a big player.
What do you think about Chauncey Billups? You think he was a little above average or a star point guard?
I think he was. I mean, he was good. He was very good, but I don't think I liked a lot of point guards above him.
Yeah,
I
felt like he didn't start getting his props until like later on in his career when he got to Detroit.
Yeah,
but he played in the era with Stephon Marbury and Allen Iverson. Like to me, I just don't feel like he's in that in on those levels. You know what I'm saying? Like Stephon Marbury was way better than him.
Yeah, but you say that, but he had the better career though.
Hold on, low key, Andre Miller was in the league for 17 years. I just want to say that.
Yeah, till he was in 40 in the league.
Andre Miller. Everybody talking about Andre Miller, how nice he was, bro.
I remember Andre Miller when he was in Utah with Keith Van Horn.
Yep.
They was in Utah together because the Nets picked Keith Van Horn in the draft.
Yep, I remember that very well. Nah, he's undeniable. Great player.
Yeah, but I don't think Chauncey was nothing fancy, but he was he was a solid, above average, high IQ point guard. You know what I'm saying? Floor general. I felt like I felt like he didn't get his props until like later on in his career when he went to Detroit. Now, granted, you saying Stephon Marbury may have been a better player skill set wise, but Chauncey Billups had the better career overall.
Yeah,
he got the praise.
Chauncey wasn't flashy, bro. He wasn't flashy.
Nah, he
You know what I'm
wasn't,
saying?
but he got the job done though.
Yeah, he wasn't flashy. So when you look at Iverson and you look at Starberry, he don't fucking stand out like that.
Yo,
He
they
just look
they
like
told the
another.
story. They told the story about Andre Miller where they were like, Andre Miller had a bunny, like he could have just scored, but then he passed it, and he was like, "Yo, why you didn't score?" He's like, "Man, they're gonna try to make me go to the All-Star game. Fuck that shit."
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
nah, yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I seen that. That's
That's
some
a
real
dude who
shit right
hoops
there,
for
though.
hooping sake.
Yo, but
Yeah.
that shows how good the nigga was, but he just didn't really care like that. Too tough to be recognized like that, you know?
What do you say? It come with too many expectations when you do shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? When you
No,
start getting
no,
paid,
no, no, no. He was like, if I do this shit tonight, they're gonna have me at the All-Star game. I don't want to go to that shit. He's like, I'm going fishing.
Yeah, no fact. Yeah, he ain't want it.
He's like, I got 19. They were like, yo, you cooking? You got 19? He's like, I got 19. Stop passing me the ball.
Yo, but Ice, go ahead, speak to that because I think that separates good from great players too. They didn't want it. You know, they get that lifestyle that the NBA provides them. Granted, it's a great one. You
No,
live
I'm
in a
saying
life that you want to live.
he didn't want to be in the star category. He didn't want to be no all-star. Not like he knew he could be, but he didn't want to be. So like Pa saying, if he had a layup at the rim, he would pass it at the rim, bro. You know what I'm saying? He not scoring another bucket if he don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Not on some Ben Simmons shit.
But do you
either.
think?
Can
do
I
you
say
think-
can I I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
say
nah.
something real so
Yeah, I just
every
want to
guy,
ask. Go ahead, Troy.
no, I was gonna say every guy that plays basketball doesn't play because they love it. Some guys play because they're just good at it and can make a living off of it. You feel me? Everybody that's in the NBA and everybody that plays ball professionally is not in love with it. So I think that kind of separates guys who want to be, that has the skills and want to be great and want to be pushed, from the guys is like, yo, I just want to come in, do my job, get my check, and go home.
Yep.
Yo.
Hold on, y'all. I didn't even see this, man. Shout out to Gary Gerstenmeyer. He said, thanks for the off-season Nets coverage. Do you think Cam Thomas will be a good fit on the current Nets roster? Yeah. You know, I think we got playmakers in Ben Surratt and Nolan Troyare. I think they're going to utilize them there. And, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen with Cam Thomas. If he could be get like the second amount of shot attempts, or maybe the first or second, no less than the third amount of shot attempts, I think he'll fit into what the Nets roster like
Right.
currently.
We talked about this earlier in the segment.
Yeah. So to answer your super chat, yeah, Gary, I think yes, I want to see him start the season with the Nets. You know, I don't want anything hasty to happen, and he don't even get a chance to show what he could do with the rookies.
Right. So I wanted to
He has
paraphrase.
to take the money, yo. He can't do this qualifying offer shit, because if he does the qualifying offer shit, then him and the team are at odds.
Yep.
He's not coming back.
Gonna get messy. I said that.
You know what I'm saying? The qualifying offer is unacceptable. Cam, I hope he just take the money. Take the money, ball out, and you're a free agent the next time. Your biggest problem, and really this is what his agents were supposed to do. They were supposed to map out the league, because Pod Thorne can't be saying in April it's gonna be hard to sign Cam. Nobody has cap space. There's not gonna be any market. I can't be saying that, and your agent didn't tell you that. If your agent told you was gonna get 30 mil, then your agent is a fool. You need to fire him immediately.
Ill advising you. I said that too.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's disappointed, and that's because you know everybody has been through that, where you counted your money before you got it.
Exactly.
You was expecting to pay a certain amount. Now you don't. Now you didn't get that amount, and you mad at everybody.
Right.
It's not even that. It's because I'm putting up the production. Y'all niggas held me back, and I'm still doing my thing.
Right.
I thought y'all was gonna pay me in good faith, just like yo.
Nobody in this league gets paid in good faith. That's how you.
Yeah, but no. But to the point, he was the whole plan was Cam Thomas is not enough to win a championship. Let him sit out so that way they could build from the draft. They missed. I'm not gonna say they missed in the draft, but they were hopeful for the top 3, maybe top 5. Didn't get who they wanted. Now we got Diego and the picks that we got, and we moving forward. And we still in the off season. Didn't play no preseason basketball yet, and they talking about 2026 draft, Darren Peterson, and so on and so forth. So
That's why he should have been paid before the fucking draft happened.
Right. So my point is that we still searching heavily for talent, even with the draft pass. But we're gonna be back with more content really soon. I gotta get something done and then I can come back. I might come back. Y'all know how I do. I'm gonna try to come back for real.
Yo, real quick, you know that Dayron and